Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So I want to break down the opening minutes here for episode 18. This is probably the last of all the teasers and stuff that we're getting for episode 18. Like, I'll do more stuff if they reveal things on, like, Leah and Daryl, and there's new footage there, right? But, like, I've talked about most of the scenes already. There's one scene I'm leaving out because I've already talked about that enough, and I did the trailer and some new scenes that we got. This is the last of it. This is the opening minutes, and obviously I have to talk about the opening minutes. So, yeah, this will contain spoilers for episode 18 because, obviously, this is a part of that episode. Now, the opening minutes starts off with Daryl, or actually it starts off with Dog running up, and then we see Daryl here with his stick, and he's putting it inside his motorcycle. He's just kind of packing up, and we see him here trying to get his bike going, and it's not going yet. I first of all, I love this shot of just Daryl on the bike here and all the greenery here, the grass, the long grass, first of all, and just how much the road is just starting to go away here, because this road was made, obviously, is man-made with gravel, but I just love the fact that the grass is just growing longer and longer, and it's just gonna keep going that way, right? And it is pretty representative, I would say, of how much time has passed, because I know at least one of my old houses that I used to live in when I was a kid anyways, that the main house I grew up in, we lost the house to a flood anyways, and so it might be a little different, but the house is completely removed there, and you can still kind of see the driveway a little bit, but it's like this. The grass around it is so long. Most of the driveway is kind of hidden now in just long grass, but it kind of reminds me of this because that did happen like 10 years ago or whatever. It was well, maybe a little bit more than that. It was a long time ago, and yeah, it's just kind of cool because it's been about that long, right? It's been a long time here in the apocalypse, so it's just kind of cool to see that, because if this was all cut grass, then yeah, I would point that out immediately. I'd be like, wait, what? Who the hell is cutting the grass here? So it's cool that they're kind of, in terms of location scouting and stuff, they do pay attention to that much detail. Like they have to make sure that the world that they're set in, that they're filming in, makes sense with, you know, the time period they're in. We then have this shot of Carol, and she finds this map on the ground, and then she picks it up, and then she notices that it says cave something. I don't know what the top word said. I think it says cave whatever, and then it just says no sighting. So this is a map that Daryl drew, and yeah, he's looked everywhere for Rick. He's checked, I guess, caves. He's checked everywhere to see if his body washed up here or there, and there is just absolutely nothing. And also, I want to point out, this is current day, right, Daryl? So this is like the current timeline. He still has this map, so he's still looking for Rick. It's still on his mind. Obviously, the Whisperers, I think, kind of detoured him a little bit because he had to deal with that, and he got brought into that whole mix. Now I think the fact that the Whisperers are dealt with, they got to rebuild Alexandria, but I think he's still going to go back to searching for Rick. And so maybe that is a motivation anyways for Judith to tell Daryl, right? If Judith notices that Daryl is spending so much time out there looking for him, and Daryl's kind of losing himself out there, maybe that just inspires or encourages her or whatever to just come out and tell Daryl, look, I wasn't completely honest with you before. My mom, like Michonne, she found some proof that he could be alive. She found whatever, and she went over there. And if she can't say it, Virgil will, right? And that's where I actually think it's going to come out. I think Virgil is going to tell Daryl about what happened to Michonne and exactly what she found, because I think he's going to say, yeah, she found some boots and some stuff and a phone that said Rick on it or something, and Daryl's gonna be like, whoa, so he was alive, what happened to him? And so that's where Michonne went, because Virgil's also with Connie, so that's why I think that stuff is gonna come up more naturally there. And then also, I think it makes sense for Daryl to question Judith, like with Daryl already knowing about Rick, right? And then just going to Judith and saying, why didn't you tell me? Or maybe understanding why she didn't. And then, you know, but then again, it doesn't really matter because Daryl's going to leave Alexandria anyways to go search for Rick. So it's like, that was Judith's biggest fear, but it's happening anyway. So yeah, but the scene it's a pretty cool conversation between the two. I definitely recommend checking out if you haven't yet. Carol tells Daryl here about the story of her grandmother and some kind of thing with sewing. And yeah, it's a fun little conversation here between the two. And then Daryl's just like, don't worry, I have this. Like I can get my motorcycle going. Carol basically in this scene is just hinting to come for a ride. And then Daryl's like, don't worry, I'm fine. Daryl eventually gets the bike going. And then Carol just jumps on the back and he's like, hey, I didn't say you can come, but she's just going anyway. She's kind of laughing, and then yeah, that's the start of the trip here. The opening, or the Walking Dead opening theme will play, and then yeah, we're into the episode. That's really the opening minutes. I mean, there's not a lot I can say, but I did see some more images, and I'm going to talk about that in a separate video later on this week, maybe tomorrow, because there's a lot of stuff regarding Leah. And I just said in my previous video that I was probably done talking about, or maybe it was in this video, I'm confused because I'm recording all of this at once. But yeah, if there was more stuff that came out that it wasn't just these scenes, because I've talked about this enough, then I would cover it. And there's a lot more images out about Leah and some new stuff with Carol and Daryl, like this shot right here. This is set in the past. So I'm guessing what happens here is Carol goes out because she's worried about Daryl. And I think she's going to question him on a bunch of stuff of where are you staying and why are you staying out here? And like, you have to give it up. Like, Rick is gone now kind of thing, and Daryl just won't. I also think because of the teaser trailer that Carol does know some of this stuff already. She might know some stuff that happened in the cabin, but she might not know, or she doesn't know about Leah. He completely left her out. Yeah, there's just some really cool images here of episode 18 that I want to do a video on it because it is pretty cool. Carol, I guess judging by her hair length, this is taking place a little bit later. Her hair doesn't seem as long though. It seems like she has it back in a ponytail, so it is a little bit longer. But this is definitely a little bit later. It's after that flashback that we got with Jesus and Carol and Jerry. If you remember in season 9, we got that flashback to Jesus when they were discussing the Charter of Rights or whatever, like their version of the Charter of Rights or whatever. And Carol's hair was a bit longer, but it was still above her shoulders, I'm pretty sure. Here, it's a little bit longer. She has it back. So it's sometime after, I'm guessing like a year or two afterwards, 2 years later, Daryl is still out here. And obviously Rick for sure at this point is gone, but he's just not giving up yet. And yeah, anyways, I'll leave it here. There's not much more I can really say about this, but I'm excited for episode 18. I can't wait to get into that. Again, I'm going to be posting my Q&A video on Wednesday, so make sure to go follow me on Instagram if you want to take part in that Q&A. And also, yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support. Today was a pretty busy day doing videos, and I've missed it. Honestly, it was a lot of fun talking about the show again, and I definitely can't wait to do the next one tomorrow. And yeah, I'm just having fun working on a lot of stuff and just kind of changing up some stuff. Like I changed up the intro. I'm kind of changing up some stuff with the channel. I'm going to work on a new profile picture and banner and stuff like that. And just really recreating things kind of thing. And just making things look a little bit more fresh, because I think sometimes at least once a year, I would say you got to do that, just because, things could get very stale and stuff. And I'm also just looking into doing different things with the channel in general. But before I even make any final decisions on that, or talk about that anyways, I got to make sure I've made final decisions on that. But yeah, anyways, if you are new here and you enjoyed the video, make sure to be a subscriber if you want more Walking Dead content like this. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video anyways, and I'll see you guys in the next one.